Welcome, TotalPodcastKill podcast. I'm your ever so humble dungeon master, Cody.
Oof.
And we'll start off the night with Colton.
Oh, dude.
Do you remember your character's name?
I remember his name. I got to do the accent, though.
It's been a little while since we played, so we were on hiatus for a bit.
All right, let's see. My name is Yonkers McTavish. Is that about right?
Yep, that's it.
Sounds
That's
good.
it. Yeah.
Was it?
All right, now I got to think of a quip.
You're the man with the alcohol addiction.
The man with no hand.
That we don't know about.
You don't really know about that.
We still don't know that.
I mean,
he
you
does
haven't
that.
seen it, so technically he's the man with no hand.
Yeah.
He's,
Nobody knows that yet.
Man with
You
the
keep it
hidden
in your
hand.
pocket all the time.
yeah,
Well, nobody asks either.
Hey man,
Not my
why
business
are you
where
in
your
your
hands are
pockets?
at.
Trying to steal something?
Right. Look,
My
it might
name
be
is
shifty.
Yonk. God damn it.
This is how we started last time too. You're practicing your voice. Chase interrupted you,
I'm sorry.
and you were like, "God damn it!" All right.
I knew when he went to take that dab, it was going to be a problem.
I'm sorry. I'll stop. All right.
All right, here we go. My name is... I knew somebody was going to do that shit.
I'm sorry. I had to. All right.
My name is Yonkers McTavish, the war cleric who doesn't give a shit because I always take a sip.
All
Nailed
right,
it.
Nice.
Nailed it.
Next on the list, Matt.
hey everybody, I'm playing Arytiss Kodagu. He's a warlock and he's ready to have some fun.
And I'm your father, Sam Elliott.
Yes.
And last but not least, Chase.
What's up, everybody? It's everyone's favorite stoner druid, Tetra Aurora. I'm here to, have a good time, man. See what my friends are doing, and if we could solve this prophecy, that would be great.
Which technically still nobody knows about. You haven't said
But
that.
I know about it.
Yeah, a little bit.
He was informed of
The
the
hidden talents. Yeah, when I saw my family burn, rueful.
So, who remembers what happened last time?
The man with the journal.
Your boy was drinking.
Oh,
All right,
You
here's
got
what I
in
remember.
diary of yours.
I remember that... Chase,
Yep.
what's your character's name again?
Tetra
Aurora.
Aurora.
I remember that Aurora turned into a snake to kind of scout ahead, and we decided that at the fork we were going to go left. And then I don't
Fucking
remember.
Rat City, bitch.
I don't.
Rat City.
Was
Well,
it?
let's
There was
take
rats.
it back a little bit.
Oh,
So-
before this.
Yeah.
Okay,
you just rescued Chad.
Fucking Chad, dude.
You guys took him back to the village. He gave you
Yep.
praise. Then you went and
We
turned
talked
in
to
your
Abram.
job. Talked to Abram. You guys gave him these weird papers you found at the Goblin Encampment. He said he'll have Froz take a look at them and get back to you, and then he invited you over for dinner. In the meantime, you patched up your wounds, took another job. This was
This
a job
one was for the-
Bryn.
Huh?
This was a job for Bryn.
The
The
bartender.
tavern. Yeah, the tavern owner. And you're very well acquainted with it.
Yes.
So
I
you
am.
went over there. You guys had a short conversation, and he kind of bribed you a little bit. He said, "How about instead of gold, I give you my finest I have." He went to the back room, I believe, come back with a bottle that was from his own little private stash. And you chose to take the bottle instead of the gold. So you crumpled
And
up
you're
the
like-
job paper, took the
Yeah.
bottle, still chose to do this job for Bryn. Well, he said he had a rat problem.
Sorry. I just-
Alcoholism.
Alcoholism.
So you took the job, went down, checked it out, and there was actually, what was it, like a 3 to 4 foot wide tunnel? You went down.
It
the
wasn't
tunnel.
very big.
Yeah, it was just big enough to crawl through. Once you got a little deeper into it, it opened up to you were about like in a low-bearing stance. Then you come across, I think it was 3 giant rats. After a fight with the rats, they gave Yonkers McTavish the paws. And you guys finished them off.
Fucked up by some rats, dude.
After you finished them off, you noticed a black handprint kind of smudged
Yeah.
into the fur. Probably oil. You can't really tell what it is, but it looks like oil.
That was the last thing you said too, wasn't it? Am I
And you
am
had
I
a little
unconscious?
like. No. You weren't unconscious. You just got really messed.
Okay.
And that's what you do. And that's why we're gonna pick on you tonight, starting off. What's going on with Yonkers? You really, you want to stand up and protect what's close to you. But not much you could do. You're not really the warrior Torm wants you to be. But with at least your shield, you can get up there and do what you can. But you still have self-doubts in yourself. Where we at? Where's Yonkers at right now? You keep
What's your
getting in the
headspace
front
looking like?
and getting your ass whooped.
I'm debating on whether I should do this in character or not.
Up to you. Just tell me how you're feeling as Yonkers. How's Yonkers feel?
I think I'm gonna talk about this out of character because he wouldn't think about it like this in his own head.
Yeah.
But because of Yonkers' past, he's kind of like become accustomed to letting Torm down. And because of that, he doesn't have a lot of faith right now. Since he failed his ascension to become a golden lion, he's kind of still worship Torm, but it's been a second-hand thing that didn't take priority. So that's not really bothering him right now because it's just kind of par for the course at this point. And getting my ass whooped is kind of all I feel like I'm good for. That's why I'm okay being the shield.
Yeah, like I said, you can't really be that warrior that Torm wants you to be. How you feel, which is why you left. You're training with Greco. You're like, I can't be this warrior that Torm wants me to be, but you still have this overwhelming need to protect people.
The alcohol dulls the pain. It works out for the best.
It helps you deal with your life. So that's where we're at right now. Yonkers, if I remember, you're pretty injured. And Arytiss, you're just blowing shit away.
Yeah.
Every time you get in a fight, you just summon this power. You learned a lot of what you know over book learning, but you feel this power that you feel didn't come from just book learning. Where's Arytiss though? This is your first time you're not training anymore. You're actually out here in the real world.
Just Eldritch blasting shit.
Okay, so I think Arytiss is really excited. He's having a great time. He's on a grand adventure to find out about his family history. And, he's studied books and books and books for years, and he's finally getting to learn, practical things and how to blast things away. And he's excited and having a good time doing it.
And if you remember, you said your father told you, hey, this is where I want you to go. So, your father never talked about Abram, really. But Abram sounded he's oh, man, we were, I was a great team with your parents. And so, maybe you're getting a little curious. He said your parents. And then he asked about your mom. Maybe he could tell you a little something about your mom.
All right.
Tetra. Far by the most cliche, traumatizing background out of everybody here. Classic D&D drama. You lost literally everything. Then you show up in a strange new world that oddly seemed familiar to you, but it wasn't. You meet up with these two goons.
Goon Squad.
Magical half-dragon. And a drunk weirdo. And now you're kind of tagged along. And everybody keeps calling you the frail boy. And now you're in this new world, and it's you've seen passerbyers come through your town. dimensional travelers. It's not uncommon. But it's new for you, rare for you. Where's Tetra's headspace right now?
Tetra definitely is happy to be with his group because he realizes that, he is new to everything and that everything is just kind of overwhelming him right now. So he's just trying to, get his ground set and get his mind right. But I do feel like one of the things that is kind of bothering him would be the fact that everyone doesn't think he can help out really, and that he's just there to be protected. And I think that's something that he knows he has to fix if he's gonna do anything to try and help the ones that he lost, and do anything to not avenge them, but just to fulfill his part in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, and so when you were young a lot, you were born with these. Well, as far as you were born with these strange markings all over your body.
Mm-hmm.
And as little bit as your parents has told you, you're the child of prophecy. You've heard it your whole life.
Yeah.
But they say they can't tell you because it might change what's going to happen.
Yeah. And now that I'm here,
it's been a plague on you your whole life.
Yeah.
It stopped you from having normal relationships with friends and all kinds of other stuff. And now that you're, getting friends for the first time, probably a little overwhelming for you.
Yeah. But that part in a good way, because he's never had that besides his parents. So it's very relieving to have, people that you can rely on.
So now that we kind of all got in the headspace a little bit, the last time we played, you guys just got out of a fight after crawling through these tunnels for Bryn for a while to figure out where this rat problem's coming from. I'd imagine Yonkers is pretty beat up right now.
I'm not that bad, actually.
No? Well, here we are in these tunnels. It's about, I think it was 4 or 5 in the evening.
Are there are more tunnels?
Oh yeah, the tunnels keep going, and then if you go back and to the right, there was another branch off in a different direction.
What time do we have dinner?
He didn't really give you a time, but people generally would have supper around 2 hours from now.
3 hours is pushing it.
Yeah, 3 hours. You might be a little late.
Okay.
I would like to take a look at this rat. I think I may have seen this black handprint before.
Give me you want to take a closer study upon this hand?
A what?
Like a closer study upon this hand?
Yeah, I do.
Hand
do you want
insight?
Insight?
Actually, give me a religion.
Ooh. Is this the first roll?
This is the first roll of the session.
Hell yeah. Oh. Nat 20.
Ooh, 18.
Okay.
So, your first look at this handprint on the back of this rat, it brings up a real painful memory for you. You flash back real quick to the handprint that was across. He called himself the Bandit King, the night your parents were murdered. But you also kind of relate it more to Torn. An enemy of Torn would be Bane. And a cultist sect from this deity, the Black Hand. So you're kind of connecting dots a little bit.
What kind of cult recruits rats?
Yonkers, is that a cult? Is that what the handprint means?
This is the Order of the Black Hand. You can see it clear as day on the rats.
You would be pretty familiar with the Black Hand too, because you would remember it from your childhood trauma and through your training with Greca. It would have been something you would have been looking into.
Okay.
Like why did they have you wanted revenge at one point in time. So you would research, like the Black Hand. You know they were the cult of Bane, and Bane was an enemy of Torm, and Torm is kind of the deity you follow and kind of give your devotion to.
Would I have any kind of inclination that these rats were under somebody's control?
You'd be pretty familiar with magic and know it's possible. They might be.
But there's
using
nothing that
these
jumps
to-
out to me.
Not particularly.
Okay.
But you know it is. You would know it's a working theory. Especially being a war cleric, you would be familiar with this kind of magic.
Arytiss, are you familiar with the Black Hand?
No, what's that?
Can I kind of fill in Tetra and Eerie?
Yeah, so as you're sitting there, you know, if you guys want to take a short rest,
Yeah, that'd be cool.
patching
long
up
is
your
that?
wounds,
How long would that be? Yeah,
just
because we
a
only have 2
short
hours.
like 10 minutes, I think it is,
Okay.
a short rest. You're sitting there, you're patching up each other's wounds. It's at least an hour, so you're patching up your wounds, and Arytiss, he tells you basically what I just told him. The Black Hand is a... You wouldn't really be familiar with it, but, you know, Bane and Torm work side by side, so you might have heard it before, but never given an explanation. It's a cult of Bane.
Okay.
Bane is
I
like
mean,
lawful
living in
evil.
my mountain town, I probably would I know. Is Bane also an enemy of Bahamut?
Yeah, so Torm and Bahamut work together to defeat Bane. So,
Okay,
like
so-
I said, it wouldn't have been like... You would have heard their name a couple times,
Yes,
but never
okay.
like a huge description of what they were, because it was more of an enemy to Torm.
Okay.
You still have that music playing.
It's slapping, so it's alright.
It's going hard. So obviously the spider problem hasn't been solved yet, right?
The rat problem.
Rat problem. Yeah, my bad.
Alright, yeah, so take about an hour-long rest. Right now, you think it's about time to get back, but you still have these tunnels unexplored. But as far as you guys know, you have more information to give Bryn as well.
Oh, Tetra like packs his pipe as we're getting up from the bonfire, and he takes a drag from it. I don't know, man. What do you guys think? Do you think like maybe there's like a queen rat or something? Is that like a thing here? Is that like the leader? I don't know, man. This is the first time I fought rats, so I don't even know what rats were, dude.
You would all know rats travel in packs.
Did Bryn give us any kind of clue as to how many rats he was talking about?
He didn't know. He just knew that they would get in sometimes, get into like his grain and his hops and stuff like that, eat his food supplies.
Can I check the tunnels to see like the amount of like rat droppings and things to help estimate like a number of rats?
Yeah, give me a
Tracks and things like that.
perception or an insight check.
Ooh, it's an 8.
Trash.
All right, so even with the 8, you can't really get a good scope of like rats, how many rats come through here. But when you look at the ground, there's definitely more than 3 rat footprints.
Okay.
Definitely looks well traveled.
Well, it seems like this is a bigger problem than we thought.
What do you think, Tetra?
Well, man, I think you already got taken down by 3 rats. So we should be careful if we go forward. Because one of those motherfuckers snuck up on me, dude. He hit me pretty hard. So, I mean, I'm getting pretty hungry. I don't know about you guys. But I also don't want to come back from dinner and there just be like 30 more rats, you know what I'm saying? So, either way on it, you know what I mean? I'm down to kill some rats.
All right. So you're in this tunnel. Got 2 choices. Keep going down this tunnel, see where it goes, or get back, tell Bryn what you got. You can come back if you choose to.
Actually, there's 3 options.
And the third option.
We could just backtrack and then go down the right side.
Oh, yeah. Well, that would be covered under keep
Continuing
searching
Yeah,
the tunnels.
yeah, keep searching for the rats.
I don't know how you were feeling, but I don't know if I can use any more magic today.
Oh, well, you see, I'm a warlock, so that means I get all my spell slots back, on the short rest. So, we took a short rest, and I'm all good. I only used one spell slot before anyway, so.
So would you like to continue, or do you think we should turn around?
I'm confident in my ability to kill some rats, but, we're kind of on a time crunch. Maybe we spend another hour in here, and, if we don't make any more extra progress, we just get out.
That sounds like a solid plan to me. Tetra, do you agree?
Hey, man, that sounds cool to me, dude. I like that plan.
Oh, Tetra, so easygoing.
Hey, thanks, man. When I got two people like you where I don't have to do shit, just kind of makes life a lot easier. All right, so let's go kill these rats, dude.
Alright. So in front of you, you're going to give you guys yourselves about an hour. You got two choices now. You can backtrack, travel down the right side of these tunnels some more, or keep going down this left side. And right now, as far as you can see, I believe some of you have dark vision up to 60 feet. It just continues.
There's not a wall or anything?
Nope.
Okay.
In front
Well,
of
I
you,
will
it's just
say,
pitch
guys,
black.
this is just going to keep going. We could go and look at the right side, see if there's anything over there, and then make our decision. It's going to take up some time, though.
We have seen evidence of the Black Hand in this tunnel, and where there is the Black Hand, there is trouble brewing. I think we should continue down this tunnel.
All right, lead the way, Yonky.
So, as you travel down the left tunnel, about, we'll say another 30 minutes, you start to hear. Actually, everybody give me a perception check
Ooh,
before I spoil it.
spoil.
I got a 19.
I got
Physical dice.
I got a 7.
21.
Ooh.
Okay, so Arytiss and Yonkers, you hear like squeaking. Almost squeaking on top of running water.
Okay. Can I immediately cast mage armor on myself?
Yeah.
Okay, so I will this is the first time I've used mage armor. Right?
What's it look
No.
like?
Second time. But walk me
was-
through it again, because it's cool.
It was like a
You blew smoke out of your nose.
Yeah, it wasn't
Sorry,
like a
these sounds
smoking
are
armor.
just- Sorry,
That's
no,
not a squeak.
Just listen to the sound. Yeah.
Technically,
No,
it
yeah,
just says
so-
screech.
It was like smoke dragon armor that
Yeah.
I opened my mouth and the smoke would come out of my mouth and like cover my body and form into the dragon it almost looks like I'm a knight, but I'm like a warlock in like knight's armor.
Did you
Okay.
say that the smoke was blue?
Yeah, it's like a blue-gray color,
Okay.
and then it fades out. It
And your
fades
skin is
into
gray,
the
right?
armor. Yeah.
As he's doing that, I would like to place my hands on Tetra and cast resistance.
Oh, thanks, man.
You touch one willing creature once before the spell ends. The target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to one saving throw of its choice. It can roll the die before or after making the saving throw.
Say it one more time.
You get a d4 to spend on a saving throw.
Okay.
And this is my concentration on that right now.
Okay. All right.
My mage armor lasts for 8 hours.
Well, then you probably still have it because
Huh.
you cast it before the short rest.
Did I?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, then I wouldn't even have to do that. Okay, so here's my reminder. I still have mage armor on.
Okay.
How long
bet.
have we been in the tunnels?
We did take a short rest.
Maybe like half an hour?
No, we took a short rest.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that
it was
only
like 10 minutes.
It was like an hour, wasn't it?
A short
It said
rest
10
takes at
minutes.
least an hour.
At least
Oh,
an
okay.
hour? Okay. So if that's the case, we would have been leaving. because we only have an hour until.
No, we had 2 hours. So we had an hour to rest, and then we have an hour to search before we have to leave.
But then we're gonna get there late.
We'll get there we'll get there a little late, but
It'll be fun.
it'll be fine. It's not like we're getting there an hour
All right,
late.
okay.
Well, this is where you guys are at now. You hear
Yeah.
this, like I said, it sounds like running water, screeching.
With a 21 on my perception, would I be able to tell how many creatures are screeching? Plus or minus 3?
Not really. Like it kind of
Not even an inkling of an idea.
continuous, like squeaking
Like it's
sounds.
filling up the whole room.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's for sure more than one.
Yeah. And I can't see anything, right? Up in my dark vision. Like just besides the tunnel itself.
After sitting here and kind of, buffing each other up, thinking you go into another battle, it took me a little, but now it sounds like it's getting closer.
Okay.
Rapidly now.
Okay.
The sound,
Water too, or just the screeching?
the sound of the running water sounds like it's starting to come up on you faster.
Oh no. Are there
I
any
think maybe we just need to get out of here, guys. Let's just go.
Hold on, wait. Are there any stalagmites or anything above us?
No. Right now it's just like a bored out hole.
All right, maybe we do just go.
I think it's filling up with
All right.
water, and we got to get out of here
All right,
before it's
I'm
too
gonna-
late.
If we don't stop it here, it will flood into Bryn's tavern. He hired us for a job.
We can take care of it
After
there.
a couple more minutes of sitting here arguing, you see in front of you down these tunnels, almost like a rushing wave of not water, but rats.
Oh fuck!
And then run as fast as you can.
God.
Everybody roll initiative.
Oh,
Oh god! Oh no! Fuck, where's my dice?
17.
Let's see. 16.
11.
Those are some wild sounding rats.
Yeah.
I know, I'm surprised that's the best rat sound they got. Alright. Before you, swarming down this tunnel like a wave of rushing water, is actually a swarm of rats. And who was leading this?
I was.
So we're actually going to occupy the space that you are in.
Okay.
And all these rats are gonna take a bite at you.
I mean, here's the thing.
Yeah.
I don't have a chance to run before they're right on top of me.
No, because as you guys were standing there arguing, right down the tunnel came this swarm of rats, crashing into you.
Okay.
That's gonna be a 14 to hit.
That does not hit.
And Yonkers, you're up. Swarm of rats. Just like water rushing over your boots. Biting at
Turn
your
and
heels.
run. Run as fast as you can.
Okay, they
I'm
are
gonna-
gonna take an opportunity attack.
I'm actually gonna.
Disengage.
No. Yeah. I'm gonna hold my reaction for when Ari and Tetra have a chance to run. As soon as I see them start moving, I'll start running behind them. I wanna like
So
bring
you
up the
wanna,
rear.
like, hold your action?
Yeah.
Alright, Arytiss, you're up. Swarm of rats rushing over your feet. What are you gonna do?
Eldritch Blast at the rats swarming me. I'm gonna, okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. They're occupying my space, right?
Not yet.
Not yet. Just,
Right
so
now
they're
they're
just,
in Yonkers' space.
okay. Okay.
And in front of you, Yonkers brings his shield in front of him. And he... did you ask them to run? Did you say run? Like,
Yeah.
let's run?
I told them to run.
Yeah, so he says run. And you want to
Okay.
shoot at Eldritch Blast?
Yeah, I do.
Shoot away?
Okay, so I want to he held his action, so I want to yell. I want to be out. Okay. Yonkers, jump! And when he jumps up, I'm gonna blast at his feet and yell, run! That's the plan.
Yeah, give me an attack roll, or however that Eldritch Blast works.
Yep. 17 to hit.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
8 plus 4, 12 damage.
So you shoot this Eldritch Blast into the swarm of rats, and you see a giant chunk blows out from the side. And you see the ground for a second, but almost immediately covered back up by another swarm of rats.
I'm just gonna take off. I tried to buy a little time, and now I'm out.
Alright, so they'll take a bite at you.
That's fine.
Well, actually, can they?
If they're occupying the space directly in front of me,
in his space?
yeah, then yeah.
Actually,
they
no.
They're still
were 5
adjacent
feet
to
behind
me.
me.
No, they're in your space.
Like
They're in his space?
I know I'm right behind you, and they're in your space
Yes, they're in front of you.
They're going to take an opportunity attack on you.
because they could hit me from where they're standing.
Okay.
Does an 8 hit?
No.
Didn't think it did. Alright, so you book it 30 feet. Tetra, you're up.
Okay, was I around? Who am I closest to right now?
So right now, I would assume you're in the very back.
Okay.
Yonkers leading the way. You see a swarm of rats, and it's almost deafening how loud this is. Like you're right near a rushing river. And you hear Yonkers say, hold up his shield, and kind of tries to block out some of the rats coming in, and he yells, run.
Okay.
You see Arytiss shoots an Eldritch Blast into the crowd. Didn't really do anything. Knocked out a patch of rats, but they covered up immediately. And he turns around and immediately starts running.
Okay. I'm gonna run up to Yonkers, and I'm gonna touch him, and I'm gonna cast Longstrider.
Oh.
Okay. And then I'm gonna say to him, like, Yonkers, thank you so much for stopping the rats. Now let me get on your back and get up to Arytiss and we get the fuck out of here.
Well, don't mistake either. He's not really stopping them. They're kind of swarming over his feet.
Yeah. I'm just trying to catch up to him, touch him, cast Longstrider, and then get on his back so we can go.
Okay.
So, can I use my action now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I pick up Tetra?
Yeah, he's a pretty small dude. I'd say you'd be able to easily lift him up.
Easily?
I'll say you can't do like a double move action and spread like double your movement speed, but you'll be able to move 30 feet around or whatever your movement is.
It's 40 now because Longstrider, you touch a creature, this target's speed increases by 10 feet until the spell ends.
Okay, so I'll give you the 40-foot movement speed, but not.
Like
it's
a cage. Alright. I'm gonna hold my shield out in front of me with my left hand, and then squat, take my right hand out of my pocket, scoop up Tetra onto my shoulder, fireman style, and just start booking it.
Can I look at his hand as soon as I see him pull it out?
Yeah.
Alright, I want to look at his hand.
Give me, instead of a perception though, give me an insight check.
Insight?
Yeah.
Alright.
Just to see if it knows.
It's a 6.
So I'll leave it up to Yonkers if he wants you to be able to notice it, or if things are too like heated right now that you're not gonna notice.
I would say I kind of scooped him with his hips, planting into my shoulder, so his ass is gonna be like face up by my head.
Yeah,
so he's not gonna be able to see it.
Okay.
But he might be able to feel that there's no hand there.
Okay.
It doesn't matter to me.
Okay.
All right, so
I'm gonna take my 40 feet though.
This is what I'll say. In the moment, you don't feel him like when somebody would normally pick you up like this. Like you think back to the only people that have, which is your parents. You would always feel that hand kind of reach around your hip just to make sure you hold on.
Yeah.
And when he does it, you don't feel like anything's grabbing onto your pants or anything, just to make sure they don't drop you.
Okay.
And
All right.
you move 40 feet.
Okay.
Arytiss, what was your movement speed?
30. So they're
30.
past me.
Yeah, so Yonkers and Arytiss, you see them, or Yonkers and Tetra, gain a little headway on you, 10 feet ahead of you. And Arytiss, you do see, like, you don't notice a hand as they run past you. And then that's going to be back to the swarm. Arytiss, they're coming up on you. They swarm up in your space. A 5.
Doesn't hit.
You feel them trying to bite at you, but not really getting through your arm.
Yeah.
Who's this tunnel?
Yonkers. I'll say you guys are probably about 80 feet up away from the fork.
Away from the fork.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to set Tetra down. Tetra,
Okay.
I'm going back for Airy. Run. Set him
No,
down.
wait, I'll
turn
tell
around.
I'm
him.
gonna yell
hold
no.
on. Wait, I'm gonna tell him. Be like, no, wait, take me with you. I can give him long strider.
You guys are only 10 feet away from Arytiss.
Yeah, just wait till he comes. I'll be like, just wait till he comes up here. I can
I've
give him
already
long
set you
strider.
down.
Okay, well, I'll just be like, don't wait.
I've
Just
already.
take.
Oh
my God.
It is Yonkers'
All right.
turn right now.
I put down Tetra, turn around, and I run 10 feet backwards, and I want to scoop up Airy.
All right, so Arytiss being a little bit bigger, I'm going to cut your movement speed in half if you try to run with him.
Yeah.
Arytiss is,
He's
if
a-
I remember
he's a
correctly,
half dragon.
he's pretty big.
He said he was 5'9".
Yeah, but he also said he was like a farmhand.
200
build.
pounds. Yeah, 200 pounds.
Do you remember how big I am?
You're pretty big too, but
I was pretty big.
it would still be a lot to pick up this. He's big. He said he got a farmhand build.
Yeah.
Farmhand build.
Fucking cornbread, brother.
He's not
Yeah,
as big as you.
exactly.
He's got the,
Beans and cornbread,
Beans
baby.
and cornbread, baby. Built strong. Ford Cup. Yeehaw!
I need to double check this now.
I mean, I'm not saying it can't be done. I'm just. All right, this is what we'll do. Well, I'll give you the 30 feet, but you're losing the long.
His
stride.
wishes, Cody. Stand your fucking ground. No, don't waste my efforts like that. God damn it! I spent a whole spell slot to them so you would get up to us.
But he's picking up a hefty boy.
Yeah, I agree. So take the 20 feet.
Damn.
How
boy.
big? How big would I have to be for you to reconsider that? Honestly,
Well, you can
Like
pick
7
him up. Like I
feet.
said,
Well,
you
listen.
can pick him up and move.
because I'm 6'5", 250.
He's 5'9", 200.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right.
Now this is fantasy. You guys are abnormally strong.
Yeah.
Okay, so
But
then
also, you're picking up a pretty hefty boy. Damn boy, he's thick.
He's thick.
He a
so then here's what I'll do
thick
instead.
old boy.
I'm gonna set down Tetra. I'm gonna run 10 feet back, and I'm gonna say, "Go, Airy. I will hold them here." And then I'll just kind of. Is there an action I can do to just kind of hold it? Can I grapple this?
Can I look up at him and just say,
Um,
just get out of here. I got a plan.
you can't grapple it. So what this is a medium-sized swarm made of tiny rats.
And I can't slow it down.
So I'll say if you put your shield there, you'll stop them moving from around. But they'll be occupying your space and hitting you.
Yep.
It will give
what I
them an
want.
opportunity to run away. But they're going to be on you.
That's fine.
Okay, yeah. So you stand there. I'll say with your shield, you plant your shield into the ground and kind of really dig it into the dirt. And you're sitting there holding this, because it's not a big tunnel. It's bigger than a crawl space, but it's medium sized. So they'll all kind of distract on you. And you'll hold the movement up for a round. They won't be able to
Okay.
move past you. But they are going to swarm your space. Arytiss. You see Yonkers plant his shield in the ground right in front of you. Turns around, looks at you, says run.
I don't want to just run. That's the problem.
What do you do, man?
You could tell him, like, hey man, I'm not going to sit here and just let you die.
Yeah, yeah.
And run away.
Can I ask something? If
No.
I were to miss, okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
If I were to Misty Step, could I Misty Step with the things I have in my hands, or would it only work on me?
I think it only
You can
works
bring
on-
things, but you can't bring people.
Yeah, you can't like grab
Okay.
Arytiss and try to miss
Okay.
a step, but if you're
Okay.
carrying like a sword or
Yeah.
an item in your hand, yeah.
Okay.
Like if you were to like scoop up Arytiss, like hold him like baby style, and try to Misty Step, he's gonna fall flat. In your
Yeah,
face.
he's just. Yeah. I'm just gonna move and he's gonna fall.
All right, so Arytiss, your turn. Yonkers plants his shield, says run.
I'm not gonna leave you behind. We're all making it out. Let's go. And I'm gonna reach over his shield, like the little opening at the top of the shield, where he's got it planted in the tunnel, and just shoot an Eldritch Blast over it into the swarm that's coming up and over the top of the shield.
Yeah, give me a hit.
That's a 24.
Oh yeah.
This one is 7 plus 4, 11 with an Eldritch Blast.
All right, so same as before, you knock out a huge chunk of rats. It looks like the swarm kind of dwindling down a little bit, but immediately replaced by more tiny rats coming up the road.
I'm gonna grab him by the arm and tell him to grab his shield. We're going, and pull him with me as I go to run.
I say, I'm right behind you.
Tetra,
Okay, so they're past me now, right? They're like 10 feet ahead of me.
10
No, they're
feet
behind
you.
Okay, I'm gonna run 10 feet behind me, and I'm gonna give Airy Longstrider,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna, I'm like, all right, guys, I'll see you at the top, and I'm gonna Misty Step forward and get the fuck out of Dodge.
Hey, what? If he's out, then we're good, because I can fuck the rest of these rats up.
How far can you travel with Misty Step?
Briefly surround yourself by silvery mist, you teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space that you can see.
Okay, so
Can he see that far?
do you want
Yeah, I
to
got dark vision.
move 20 feet? You have 20 feet of movement speed still. So you could run 20 feet and then
Yeah,
Misty Step
yeah,
over.
let's do that. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so you get 50 feet away.
Wow, get
Swarm-
some help from the DM, why don't you?
Hey, man, I'll take it.
19 to hit you, Yonkers.
That does hit.
Fucked him up.
Dude, I didn't think I was gonna get a hit. Ooh. 5 points of damage to you.
Damn.
Eri, I don't know why you are being so hard-headed. Start to run, I am right behind you.
Yonkers, you're up.
I'm gonna hold my action for Eri to start running.
Held action. Arytiss.
Because the rats didn't move, right? They're still right on
yeah,
top
they're
of me?
still right on top of you.
Okay.
5 points of damage to you. Arytiss.
Ah.
Are the rats like on me now too, or
No, they stayed right where they were. They're all swarming this shield and around his shield on Yonkers. And he says, go, I'm coming.
Okay, I'll shoot a no. I'm not gonna shoot.
I mean, you can shoot and move.
That's true. Yeah, I'll shoot it and move. That's the best plan. This one's a 16.
Ooh,
Yeah, that hits.
rolling hot, rolling hot.
5 plus 4 is 9.
There you go.
Same as before, you see another chunk of rats blown out. The swarm is dwindling down a little bit, but the swarm's still there. And then you move 30 feet. Tetra, 50 feet ahead. What do you want to do?
Hold on a second. That's my turn, right?
So you have
uh,
your action held.
Oh yeah, you have an action held if you want.
Before I move, you said it is dwindling down?
Yeah, it's getting thinner, but you still see a swarm of rats.
Okay, then I'm gonna take a disengage action and run behind Ares. But I want to make sure I maintain 5 feet behind him.
Yeah, so he moved 30 feet, or 40 feet, because you have long.
Right? And I'd also move forward.
Yeah, so you'd be right up behind him.
Okay.
Tetra?
Okay. Before I move, I'm gonna throw an ice knife at the swarm.
Yeah, give me a hit attack.
He's gonna roll a 1 and hit me in the fucking leg.
Damn, it is a 7 though.
All right, so you don't hit Yonkers, but you throw your ice knife and you hear it like slide off his shield, like ching.
Okay. It does say hit or miss. The shard then explodes. The target and each creature within 5 feet of it must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 2d6 cold damage.
All right, Yonkers, give me a dex saving throw.
Yo, I have to make it too, right?
He's 5 feet ahead of me. Yeah.
Yeah, both of you.
What save is it?
Dex.
Dexterity.
I got a fucking 10.
You fail.
I got a 9.
I got an
You
18.
fail. All right, you pass. It was
The
a
rats
13.
don't have to roll.
Yeah, the rats got to roll. That's what I was trying to hit.
No.
Yeah, everything in the area.
Yeah.
How?
The
What
rats
is the
aren't up to
radius?
us.
It's a 5 foot.
The
It's a
rats aren't
5
up
foot
to us
radius.
Oh no.
Okay, so
No, wait. The rats are 30 feet behind you guys. My bad.
40.
40 feet.
Yeah, but you said it clanked off my shield.
Yeah. So as it's flying past you, you can hear it scrape off your shield, but it continues sailing through the air.
Well, hold on. I only have a range of 60 feet. Are they still within my range?
yeah, they're at the edge of your range.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
they
You ran
Yeah.
50 feet from them.
Okay.
You're
All
50
right.
feet ahead.
Okay.
So you guys don't.
Okay,
need
so
to
we
make-
wouldn't even have to be, because the target, we are not the target.
So I got.
But it does. Well, it
We're
says
so bad at doing
it says the target and each creature within 5 feet of it, but I don't think you
Yes.
guys are within 5 feet of it.
Yeah,
No,
no,
we're
they're
like
good.
40.
They're
We're
good.
like 40 feet ahead.
Okay,
But
so I'm
I
gonna.
still
So
need a
you.
dex saving throw.
Yeah, and you failed, so I
Yeah.
get to roll 2d6.
Give me what you got.
Hey, I'm just glad I still hit.
You didn't.
Technically, I did. All right, 6 damage.
All right, so you throw this ice knife and it misses the swarm, but it sticks in the wall beside him. Blows up on the side of the wall for 6 damage to the swarm. You see some of the rats got frozen, but the swarm is still coming.
Yeah. Okay. And then I'm gonna run. I'm gonna run 30 feet.
So the swarm is going to move up 30 feet, which means they're 10 feet behind you guys now.
All right.
Yonkers, right on Arytiss' heels.
I'm gonna hold my action for.
No, you just go. Go.
I'm gonna hold my action for Arytiss to move.
All right. Arytiss, you're going to continue running, correct?
I'm going to blast them and keep going. Some 40 feet with the stride thing.
All right, so they only got an AC of 10, so I'm going to say you just hit. You shoot
Okay.
another Eldritch Blast, knocks out another thing of the swarm, dwindles down a little bit more, but still a big swarm coming. Move 30 feet. Yonkers, that triggers your held action. And then you guys eventually get far enough away to where it's kind of just sounds like a stream of rats. And they're
Before
not-
I run away,
Yes.
can I get a perception check on these rats?
Yeah. Give me a percent. What are you looking for? Anything specific?
Yeah, I'm looking for the black hand. That is a 19.
All right, so you don't
20.
see a black hand, but you do see like their legs and kind of like half of their lower body is covered in the same like oilish material you see on the bigger ones. And I'll say you guys are out of initiative now because you ran far enough away. They quit following you. This whole encounter took about 30 minutes. And you're back at the fork in the road.
So we've crawled through the tight spot.
Yeah, you went back
Yeah,
through
by
the
the fork.
tighter spot. Now you're in the fork. And if you look ahead, you can see the light from Bryn's storeroom. And you're sitting at the edge of the fork.
Yeah, we just need to go because it's been half an hour. We're not going to be able to take that down right now. So.
Yeah, you got about a half hour left until you leave what would be
Yeah.
there.
Well, guys, I say we figured out what's going on down here. We come back when we're a little bit better equipped.
Yeah, then
We
we
got-
got these rats out.
We got dinner sometime soon.
Yeah, I'm trying to eat.
Abram is a very hospitable man, but his wife can get very abrasive when you show up late to dinner. So let us move our asses.
Let's go.
Yeah, we take off.
All right, so you come back to Bryn's storeroom, and he's kind of sitting at the top of the stairs, kind of smoking on his pipe, and he's like, "Hi, lads, glad to see you back. What's going on down there?"
My friend.
You got a lot of fucking rats, dude.
Rat problems.
There's a lot of rats, dude. There's a fucking swarm of rats, dude.
A swarm, you say?
There's a swarm.
You might want to cover up this entrance. It's a little dangerous.
All right, yeah. If you wouldn't help me sliding this crate over there, we can slide it over, and you guys want to go back in there, or
Yeah, I'll do it.
I'll help him slide it over as well.
so. Arytiss and Yonkers, you guys help Bryn slide this huge, like, massive crate full of grains. Slide it over, kind of blocking off the hole for now. I'd really appreciate it if you guys would come back and deal with this for me. You know, my days are crawling through holes. Gone and past.
Bryn, you have my word. We will be back tomorrow to take care of your rat problem.
Aye, and I might have a little... He winks at you. A little something for you.
Hey man, we might need some of that. We might need some of that gold. I think that's like pretty important though. Could like you maybe just spot us some gold? Because it's like a lot of rats, dude. As I like hit my pipe like as I pull it out, I just put some like what the fuck is it called again?
Pipeweed?
Pipeweed. Yeah, I just put like some popweed on his table. And I like start breaking it up. Yeah, and I start breaking it up. And I'm like, that's a lot of rats, dude. I don't know, man. That's maybe just like 50 gold per rat. I don't know.
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay. Hey, that's a 21. That's a natural 19 on the roll.
Oh, okay. Hi, all right. I'll tell you what. I'll throw a couple gold your way. You come back, deal with these rats.
Hey, you know what, man, Bryn? You're a pretty stand-up guy. I appreciate that.
Hey, you know, I just try to take care of those that take care of me.
Well, hey, we got this dinner. I don't know. Sounds pretty good. Did they invite you? I don't know if I'm like allowed to invite people, but if you wanted to stop by, I don't know. This sounds pretty good, dude.
Only Chase could make talking to an NPC awkward.
You're inviting me over to somebody else's house for dinner?
Yeah, dude. Are you hungry? I don't know. Have you eaten yet?
I'm sorry, lad, but I think I'm gonna have to pass.
All right, Bryn. Well, you know, I'm just, you know, trying to help those who help me out, you know. All right, man. We're going to go to dinner.
He kind of leans over at Yonkers like, you hang out with a strange bunch, I tell you that.
Well, you got to understand, though, like, Tetra doesn't know how to deal with people, right? Like,
Yeah,
like,
I guess.
Tetra is
had,
essentially a
autistic,
homeschooled kid.
but, yeah.
You haven't had much social experience in your life.
Yeah, so...
Bryn, we will be back tomorrow. You have my word. And then we'll head out.
Aye, I trust you. Guess I'll close up for the night and hope they don't get in anything else.
So then I'll just lead the guys to Abram's house.
I actually got my map of Moonbright for this one, finally.
Uh-oh. Do we get to see it?
The map we have yet to receive.
I haven't sent it. Did I send it to the Discord?
Not a
Have you
finished
sent-
version.
Have you sent the updated version?
Oh, there is no updated version.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, it's fine. So you walk through, and there is a river.
You sent this one. Look, we sent this one. Oh, never mind. Never mind.
Here, I got this for you.
This was Paul sent this one. Never mind.
Alright, so Bryn's place is down here. You come back up here to the temple, and then you make your way down into the residential area. And as you pass through, you know, the houses, they're not big and fancy, but they're nice little places.
Okay.
You come back through the temple, and if you remember, the temple was like this old Greek-style building with large pillars that were kind of faded with the weathering and broken. One or two might have been broken, covered in some moss. And you come through the city, and you see this long rectangular building.
Okay.
That's kind of like the town hall.
Yeah.
Then you pass down through, and then you come into the residential area. You see a like beautiful ornate fountain right here in the middle.
Yeah.
And all of this is like other people's houses. And you would know Abram lives right here close to the town.
Yeah.
So I'm imagining the front of the temple looks like the entrance of the Parthenon.
Yes. I didn't send you guys this map.
Nope.
This is like a continental map. Oh, shit. Ignore this half of it. This is what would be of the known world. This is the Moonbright Mountains here.
Okay.
And then over here in this area,
Okay.
this is Moonbright. And this is the forest where, like, you guys would have found Tetra. That bright flash of light.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you guys would have been, like, down here on a road. Lead up to the main roads, which is like main trading routes. My bad. I thought I sent you guys that map.
Nope.
So you get back, you make your way through the town, and now you're kind of, you haven't really seen this part of town before. You guys have hung out in the temple and like what I would call the entertainment district, which is where the tavern, the inn, you guys would know there's a brothel down there.
Okay.
But as far as like going through the city, yeah, you guys really haven't traveled the city then.
I think we're just gonna go straight to Abrams.
Right to Abrams?
Yeah,
So
we're
you
running
guys,
late.
yeah, you get there, and as you get close to the house, you kind of smell of like cooked meat in the air, and you all of you don't know where Abrams' house is. You would know it's real close to the temple. You might have even seen it when you were like out front of it, and you see like you walk up to this old brick and mortar style building. It's got a thatch roof, but there's wood on the foundation of the roof, and you see the chimney is smoking away.
Abigail knows how to cook, but be mindful when you come into her house to mind your manners.
So no smoking is what you're saying. Not in
No
the house.
smoking.
Okay.
I walk up to the door and knock on it.
So as you guys walk up to the door and knock, you see a small child opens the door, and he's a small child, kind of in the likeness of Abram. He's got short blonde hair, bright blue eyes, and he's like, "Dad!" And you see Abram walks up, and he's like, "Oh, yeah, you're right on time. Abigail's just finishing up. Come on in." And he invites you guys in.
All right.
And you guys walk in. You see, like, clearly there's money that comes in through the temple through Adventurers Guild. So you think Abram would live a little more lavishly. But it's simple, humble. See a wood fire stove off in the corner connected to a chimney. Various dried meats hanging on a wall. You see a beautiful light brown haired woman kind of standing at the stove, stirring, apron on, cooking. He's like, "All right, sit down. You know, much of the adventurers that come through here they don't really take the time to get to know you. They're just looking for money. But you boys seem real interested in trying to help this place out. I wanted to get to know you guys a little better. Please have a seat." And he kind of gestures to the table.
Well, thanks for having us all over for dinner. This is great.
"Oh, it's not a problem. You guys are a little filthy, covered in dirt."
Yeah, we apologize, man. We had a little bit of business with old Bryn. You know him; he's a real good guy.
"Oh,
So,
yeah, Bryn."
He's just having this rat problem, and just trying to help out where we can. And we were just trying to figure it out, see if we could knock it out before dinner. And it just turned into a whole thing.
"Oh, yeah."
It's like a tidal wave of rats, man. Like, I didn't even know.
He's always trying to get out of paying people to, do jobs.
Oh,
Did
don't
you guys
worry.
take care of it? Did you bring the
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
back? I could take it for you.
No, we still got a little bit of work to do, but we definitely got him to pay this time. So we'll definitely take care of that. And then after this beautiful dinner you guys have made for us, we'll be sure to handle that probably tomorrow.
"Oh, yeah. Well, please, if you'd like to go out back and..."
Yeah, can we wash up? I
Wash
would
up.
really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And he has a back door, so he's please,
Yeah.
please just go out back and draw water from the well, clean up. We'll just be finishing up in here.
I'm gonna head out there and wash up. I'm gonna get water into my one hand. I'm gonna try and use both and splash it in my face.
So as he does this, as you guys see Yonkers out there cleaning up, you guys notice he's missing a hand. Like, he hasn't said anything about it this whole time. You haven't asked about it. He kind of really hasn't even showed it.
Yonkers, are you okay? Did they take your hand? I'll go back and I'll kill every single one of them, I swear. Is that what happened?
Calm down, Tetra. It is something that has been a part of me for a long time, but
Oh.
it is a story for another day.
All right. If you say so.
Well, geez, you're that strong with only one hand?
Thank you for the complimentaries, but I think the three of us know you are the strong one.
No, it's definitely me.
I just read a bunch of books about some fancy magic stuff.
Yonkers is gonna call you out on your bullshit right here.
Yeah?
Arytiss, if you don't mind me asking, I have never come across someone with the abilities that you possess. How did you come to obtain these powers?
Well, you see, my family, they worship Bahamut, and I'm kind of like a physical embodiment of that, of our worship.
Physical
Bahamut is-
embodiment of Bahamut.
Is Bahamut, is he like that?
More of our worship of him. Not really
it-
of him, you know?
Is he like that Torn guy you were telling me about? The one we like saw at the temple or whatever?
Talking
Yeah,
about
that's
Arytiss,
Bahamut.
right?
Yeah,
No,
that's
no.
Bahamut.
Well,
in the statue.
whoever I sat down and prayed with at the statue.
Yeah.
Is that
Oh,
you?
that was
Okay.
Yeah,
that
that
was
was me.
Bahamut?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
That's Bahamut. Okay.
So you would have remembered too at that little statue, even though Torm was like the centerpiece of that statue,
Yeah.
you would have seen like Bahamut there with him.
On it, like by
Not
his
as
side.
big, but yeah, small
Okay.
in scale, but by his
I'm gonna make it. All right. I'm gonna make a mental note of that then.
And I'm gonna be like, I'm just looking for my mom. If I can find her, I can get some more answers about all my other ancestral informations.
And as you start to mention your mom, Abram walks out too and gets to wash it up. He's like, "Oh, you're looking for your mother? Is she missing?"
Well,
Did
what do you
something
mean?
happen?
I just haven't seen her in years.
Well, that's just like Sora. Last time I seen her, you were just but a babe, and I held you right here in my arms. But she said she had to get back to the life, even though we all kind of settled down and gave it up. She couldn't give it up.
Well, that just means she has the heart of a hero.
Yeah, I guess you could put it into those words. She was just a fierce fighter. I don't you don't know where she's at?
No, do you know where she's at?
Well, let's see. Last I heard, it's been years. How old are you again? I think you said you were in your 20s or something like that.
18.
18. Oh, it was about 17 years ago. She said she was going back to Avernus. I don't know if you're familiar with
Where's that?
That is the first layer of hell. Never-ending war.
Well, I'll be.
I mean, she fought the good fight, but she just loved fighting so much. She couldn't give it up.
It's
I don't
fucked
know.
up, but your accent reminds me of my neighbor. Like, do it to you.
Mine or his?
Mine. Or no, his, sorry.
What?
You know, I thought she
Tetra-
would have gave it up after you were born, but yeah, I guess not.
Tetra's gonna pipe up and be like, I don't know, Aaron. It kind of just sounds like your mom loves fighting more than she loves you, dude. That's kind of fucked up.
I mean, it's a possibility.
Tetra.
What?
Mind your manners. We spoke
What?
at this.
Okay, I'm sorry. If I stepped the line, I'm sorry. It's just like if my parents would have done that and then I saw them get blown to bits, maybe it wouldn't have hurt so bad, you know?
Oh, I highly doubt she's been blown to bits.
Well, no, but my
Last I
parents got
heard,
blown
she
to
was
bits.
still the champion of Bahamut.
Oh, shit.
Champion
is
of
that?
Bahamut. If she's got that kind of title, I need a title like that.
Could be the champion of the shit you shoot out.
You know, I'm afraid to say anymore. I don't know what she's told you. I mean, she could not even be there anymore. I thought she would have been at home.
Well, is there anyone else that we could talk to that might have some more information?
Your father? Your father hasn't told you anything?
He told me I was going on a quest to find her and figure out about my ancestry and who I am.
It just kind of sounds like your father doesn't love you either. He just kind of like he just sent you off.
I'm gonna look over. It's called a pilgrimage. It's totally normal.
Well, I mean, I'm sure she would have wanted a different life for you. You know, she found glory through battle, and that was her calling. If she abandoned you as a baby, I don't really blame her for that. Not what I would have did, but
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Everybody is just going in on your mom right now. At this point, Yonkers is going to take a couple swallows.
that's just, that's just what she was. She was a warrior at heart, and she couldn't give it up. But she fell in love, and sometimes you never expect that. She might have tried to settle down, but it just wasn't the life for her. Can't find fault in that.
Or maybe she knew something that we don't.
Also a possibility. I haven't talked to her in, about 17 years now. I think the last time I seen you, like I said, you were just little babe, still pissing in your diaper.
So do we go to Avernus after the rats?
I don't
We're gonna
think
find your
so,
mom?
dude.
Great Avernus.
Do we just go straight to hell?
Shot.
I mean,
shot.
I highly wouldn't recommend it. That would be a suicide mission.
Yonkers' stomach growls loudly.
Abram takes notice of that, and he's like, please, come inside. I'm sure Abigail's setting the table already.
Thank you, Abram.
He goes back inside. And all three of you, I assume, follow?
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
And
as
as
you
I
go
sit
back
down, I
inside-
want to thank Abigail.
Yeah, I'll also thank her.
Oh, please, it's not a problem. Not often do we get company around here, and it's nice to cook for other people. And you see in front of you is like a big bowl of like traveler stew and bread. And obviously, drink is set up on the table, wines and meads.
Yonkers downs his glass. Brim, while we were helping Bryn, we
Actually,
noticed...
as you guys see this, or as you guys all sit down for dinner, you see Sarissa also there. She is the nanny for Eric. And she kind of like takes care of Eric because most of the time, Abigail and Abram are pretty busy.
Also, Abram's got a mistress, is what you're telling me.
No.
Abram fucking a nanny!
I don't know why. I think it was just because you weren't sitting right next to your mic.
Yeah.
Oh, get out of here with it.
Oh, hello, Sarissa. I did not see you there.
It's fine. I just want to get little Eric to bed. And she kind of picks him up and takes him off, and then you guys sit down for dinner. And as you sit down for the dinner, Abram, he's like, I invited you guys here tonight. I have a bit of news, but I just wanted to get to know you guys a little better. So he looks at Arytiss and he's like, I haven't seen you in a long time, but believe it or not, I held you when you were just a baby. I'm pretty close with your mother and father.
Well, yeah, what were they like back in the day? I heard they were crazy adventurers.
Oh, yeah, all three of us. We were actually a party. And all the crazy stories we have, I'm sure your father's told you some of them. But
yeah, he just didn't like to get too into it. He knew I wasn't getting excited.
He was never a man of many words. But your mother, she was full of them words.
It's full of something.
Full of words and fight and spirit.
What was it that my dad gave me? It was the hammers, right? Did he give me anything else?
He gave you the
money.
Necklace, your
Gave
amulet.
you so much money.
My amulet. Okay,
Your
can I
dragon
show him?
amulet.
Can I show him the amulet and ask him if he knows anything about it?
Yeah. As you pull out the amulet, he said, "Oh, you have her amulet."
Well, I didn't know it was hers.
Yeah, it was hers. She
Well, by Jiminy.
So, and he gets into your mother. She was a champion of Bahamut. That was her deity. We always tried to get her on Torum's side, me and your father, but that's she just swore up and down Bahamut was the way to go. And she chose to accept the powers of the dragon, which I can see that she gave that sacrifice, and it passed on to her child. And you never knew this until now, but he's like, what you have is the curse.
Cursed?
In a way, it's a curse and a blessing. She used to speak of her deal with Bahamut. For her power, she would have to tie that into her generational. And she'd say she was never going to have a child because it would be passed down. And now I see. You have it. Do you still wear Didn't we talk about you have a mask on?
Yeah, I have like it's like a dragon. It's like a dragon mask.
Would you take that
Because-
off, or would you just kind
because-
of open it up when you were in like resting period?
Oh yeah, I would take it off, and you would see like the bottom of my face would be like slightly outgoing, but not as extensive as the actual mask itself.
So yeah, your scales, your dragon-like features. That was part of the deal. And your
Well, I
father
mean,
never
it ain't
told you
really
about
been a
this.
bad thing for me so far.
Yeah, I mean, you look half dragonborn, half human. But yeah, I mean, dragonborn are widely accepted around the world. You, Yonkers. Tell me a little bit about you. Where'd you come from?
Abram, hey, what's the name of the town I grew up in?
We never had one, but you were. We didn't name the city, but you were a part of this. Like, there's one central power in this continent, like the largest city, and that's where you would have got after you were rescued from your little village. That's where Greca would have taken you to.
I tell Abram that.
Order of the Golden Lion. You're familiar with them?
I am very familiar. I tried to become one once upon a time, but it was not my destiny.
Surely you would know a man. I'm trying to remember his name. It's been so long. Greca? You familiar with Greca?
I do know Greca quite well.
Oh. Used to do plenty of work for him. Them bandits. All over the cities. All over the small villages. Just pillaging and raiding.
Speaking of these bandits, while we were helping Bryn in his tunnels, I did notice that the rats had the black hand markings on them.
And when you say Black Hand, he kind of like looks at you. He's like, what do you mean?
Has there been any black hand activity around here as of late that I was made unaware of?
Oh, very funny you mention that, but I don't want to be rude. Before I get into that, Tetra, tell me about yourself. I've not seen an elf of your kind in this area for quite a while. Where do you come from?
Tetra is absolutely face down, just smashing this food right now. And then he picks his head up, and he's just got like food all over his face because he's
Actually,
never
yeah,
had
this
like
is the first time you've eaten
Yeah.
since.
I've had like
What
actual
happened?
sit down home
Yeah.
food. So as I like get up, I completely didn't listen to anything that was going on. He like looks around, finds a napkin, wipes his mouth off. And he like lets out a big burp. And he's like, "Oh my god, yo, this food? What was her wife's name?
Abigail,
Abigail? Amazing.
Oh.
This is so good."
please. I'm sorry. I assumed you guys were familiar with Abigail. Yonkers, you've met before. But please, Tetra, Arytiss, this is my wife, Abigail.
Very nice to meet you, Abigail. Beautiful
Yeah,
house,
thanks for all the food.
beautiful food.
And she's like, oh, it's not a problem. Please just eat as much as you want. There's plenty left.
Well, all that really about me, I just come from around the way. I did get blasted out of the sky, and then I ended up in the forest, right? And I woke up to these two looking over me, and they've kind of just been watching out for me ever since. But
Blasted out of the sky? Where did you come
Yes.
from before that?
so I don't really know how to. I haven't been to the. Well, I guess the woods that I've showed up in looked like my village, right? It was just like a destroyed
so the
version.
Fountain? You would
Yeah.
have noticed the fountain was a little similar. But besides that, it was just a ruined fountain in the middle of this forest.
So I come from a village in the woods, and it was just me and my village and my clan. But the oddest thing when I came to in the forest that I woke up in, that fountain that I woke up next to, it could just be because I was groggy from everything that happened, but I could have sworn it was the same exact one that was in from my village.
Are you familiar with the story of the fountain?
No, would you mind telling me?
And he kind of like, all right, he gets up, he wipes his mouth, he goes over and gets a book, and he's like, opens it up across the table. And I'd say by now everybody's done eating.
Yeah.
They're kind of just drinking and talking.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, well, long ago.
Oh, Abram, I'm so sorry. Abigail.
Please.
Thank you so much for the meal. Would it trouble you if I were to light my pipe up while he tells me this? Would that be okay? Could I open a window?
No, please go ahead. He pulls
Oh,
out his
thank
own
you.
pipe,
Oh,
kind
it's
of like
beautiful, family.
puts
Thank
some
you guys so
tobacco
much.
in it, lights it up.
Yes, and I go ahead and light my shit up, and then I'm like, please continue, Abram, please.
Actually, if you don't mind, let's take this out back.
Absolutely, yeah. I would prefer that, to be honest.
All right. You guys want to follow or sit there and?
I'll stay. I'll go with. I want to.
So you guys all go back out back, and Abram and Tetra are smoking these pipes, and everybody still got their drinks, and he's like, well, long ago, and he kind of sets his book out on the table out back. He's like, men and elves, we work together to protect, I guess you would call it a relic of the gods. And elves used to live in the forest beside us, but they didn't agree with the way men wanted to do things, and elves didn't agree with the way men wanted to do. Eventually, they went their separate ways, and, history is history, and here we come to now. The relic is just myth and legend, said to ascend a mere mortal to godhood. But it's the past. This is the future, or present. And this city was apparently born due to that. This was the men's village, while the elves lived in the forest. And the ruins are there. The proof is there. Everybody, it's not like it's just a bedtime story for children. That's how it used to be.
But in my village back home, I never saw men. Right? It was always just elves.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And he's like, if you gentlemen don't mind, we could get down to a little business.
Always.
Yeah.
Of course.
What's up?
So he pulls out the papers you guys gave him earlier. I had Froz translate these for me. And a gift of soldiers sent to another goblin tribe to unite the goblin tribes. Something, goblins have always been a problem. But I've never seen them, coordinate as well as this.
Unify.
And he sets down the papers and spreads them across the table. There's treaties, there's plans, there's maps. They're organizing. And we've had rumor of more intelligence than just simple goblin relations going on. It's like goblin tribes from across the land are banding together. And with the increase in goblin activity around here, it's unsettling, if nothing else.
It seems like we need to make a coalition with the Adventurers Guild to take them out.
Well, I've sent in requests to get more help, but they say, goblins aren't that much of a threat. Send it. Local squads out to deal with it. They've, ears have fallen deaf on my pleas.
Tetra takes a long inhale from his pipe, and he looks out to the moon and
you
lets
guys
it
would
out.
know, there's other adventurers come in and out.
Yeah.
When you guys were at the Adventurers Guild during the day, you would have seen other heroes coming in. Not even heroes, just other adventurers coming in, taking jobs, going out, doing them, turning them in, getting the gold, and then moving on to the next city. But it's not because of the recent goblin activity, people are kind of getting out of here.
Yeah.
And he's like, I've never seen them coordinate like this. It's odd, if I say the least.
It seems to me that they found a leader. There's someone directing these goblins, if I'm correct.
Certainly something. And he kind of pulls out the scroll of this map and puts it down. And he's like, this is basically what you see. He's like, we've had sightings of goblins all over these mountains. But it's so far away, we've never bothered with it. But as of late, they've been coming more into the forest. They've been seen around the city at night, stealing crops, livestock, kidnapping people. We've had missing people left and right. And the more that he talks about this, you kind of see it in his face, he's tired. He's not sleeping. The recent improvements in the city walls, he's been trying that. Extra guard duties outside of the crops. And he's just, I'm so tired. As of late, missing people, livestock dead, gutted in fields, crops laid to ruin. So much, and I hate to ask, but I'm gonna post it up on the board tomorrow. And I trust the three of you. I want to send a squad into the mountain. I need to know what's going on, what they're planning. And he pulls out another paper and he holds it up and he's like, here. They're talking about coming here to the village. I don't have the people anymore to guard this place. He throws it down, he takes another large drag off his pipe.
Coming to the village for what purpose?
A raid.
I mean, it makes sense, right? I mean, goblins they usually don't get so big, so they don't need so much. But, they're all gathering and, getting up in groups, right? I feel like they're going to need more space. They're going to need more resources. And we're the closest thing to them. So,
what I'm truly worried about is a higher power organizing them. A couple goblins, whatever, you deal with them. 10, 20, 30? Their numbers are overwhelming.
It's even odd you say that, Abram, because, man, when we were looking at the rats for Bryn, it seemed as though they were organized, working together. And sure, there's packs of rats, but not swarm, hundreds of rats swarming together. It just seemed odd.
I agree. Something's going on around here. And I need you guys to look into it for me.
I think as soon as we take care of the rat problem for Bryn, we can focus our attention there. If that is all right with you, Ari and Tetra.
Well, yeah, that sounds like a plan.
I'll send it through the guild, and you'll get your pay as normal. But I just, I trust you guys with this.
Well, honestly, it works out in our favor because, I don't know, man, it might even all be connected, so it might help us out in the long run.
He, stacks the papers up and, puts them back in the bag, and he's like, enough talk about work, though. I didn't bring you here to talk about that. Let's drink, be merry, and enjoy the rest of the night. If you guys want, I could set you up here. I have a guest room, just one, so the three of you would have to sleep together. Might be a little weird.
Real quick, have I shown Abram, my map of, the prophecy and all that? Have I let him in on all that?
No, you have not.
Then if no one else has anything to say, I would just want to be like, well, Abram, man, before we get out of here, you seem like you know a lot of the land, a lot of what's going on, and I kind of got something I need to do. And then Tetra gets really serious here, puts his pipe away.
Yes, please tell me. What do you need? Anything?
Before my family was destroyed, I was always been told I was the chosen one. I was the man to fulfill the prophecy. But I've never been told about the prophecy because, my village, they always believed if I were to let in and know about it, I could possibly change it. It's just that type of thing. And it really just, I don't know. I know I was put here in this world to do this thing. And I was just hoping maybe if I showed you something, you could possibly have some insight or some advice on maybe where I should look or what I should do.
I don't have any, don't know about any prophecies or anything, but if you show me, I could take a look.
Well, and I reach in my bag and I grab the map of the stars and all that, and I show him and I say, this is really all I have to go off of. But the prophecy consists of basically finding these two warriors that will work in tandem to save the world from this awful being. And all I have to go off it are these two figures and these stars. And one, the only thing I've seen similar that looks like it is Bahamut, but the other one I still don't really know.
Yonkers, would you have your hand out right now?
I'll be right back on.
And we're back. All right, so you guys get all of this information from Abram. And he's basically like, just, come around the guild in the morning and I'll make it an official job and you guys could put in for it.
Did he tell me anything about the question I asked him?
What did you ask him?
About if he knew anything about the...
Oh, yeah. So, actually, this is important and I'm glad you mentioned it.
Yeah.
When you went up and you were like, hey, I assume you're going to show him your, tattoos.
Yeah.
They're not tattoos, but they're just markings.
Markings,
on your skin. And as you reach up, you look at your hand and you noticed it looks freshly burned with a symbol that you didn't see there before either.
Yeah.
I have it written down. Hold on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
triangle with the 3 circles.
Yeah. So you see these 3 circles.
Okay.
Look like they have been freshly burned in your skin. Doesn't hurt, but it looks like a fresh burn.
What the fuck? I'd probably start freaking out.
Whoa,
Like, what's on my hand? What is
calm
this?
down, calm down. Let me take a look. And
I
he
show him my hand.
pulls up your hand. He's like, I've never heard anything about any prophecies or anything, but this symbol. It's oh god, I've seen it. He goes over to he's like, wait, please. He goes inside
Okay.
and he looks through a book. He brings back a book and he starts furiously sweeping through the
Thumbing through it?
pages. Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen this. This is the Trinity.
The Trinity.
Give me more time to look this up, and I'll let you know. But I and he holds up the book and he's like, it's a symbol of Trinity. Let me see if
Okay.
I can find out some more information,
All right.
and I'll get back.
Sleep on it. Well, thank you for all your help, though, Abram. I appreciate it.
Oh, it's not a problem. I just overwork and underslept.
Yeah.
But he's like, so do you guys want to stay here for the night or get back to the inn?
I mean, we got 3 beds at the inn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just go to the inn.
I mean, we can even take care of that rat problem tonight.
Yeah, we could. We're not tired. Well, I need spell slots. So,
I think it would be best if we waited until morning, but fellows, I did think of a way to take care of the rats.
how?
What would that be?
We will find out tomorrow in the tunnels for dramatic effect. Fuck both of y'all.
Okay. That gives me my spell slots. That's fine.
All right.
So,
well, have a good night.
You wanna?
See me in the morning, and you guys make your way back to the inn.
Okay.
And I assume everybody's just gonna put down for the night.
Yeah.
Anything anybody wants to get in?
Nope.
Yeah, I'm good. Actually, can I try and brew a healing potion?
Yes, you can.
How are we doing this?
All right. So I looked into brewing and making your own shit, and I don't remember it. But this is how I want to do it.
Okay.
Every night. So you want to help people, but you haven't been effective at fighting. You can put your shield up so much, and your magic only reaches so far. So throughout your time, you got into more apothecary styles. And now that you're not with the Golden Lion anymore, you're not being trained anymore, you've been out here on your own. You have really taken an herbalist view from side of things. Mixing potions, trying everything out. Give me a medicine check.
Can I if I could, can I help him just by looking over his shoulder and trying to see what he's doing, and try to figure out?
If you
That's true. That's a good point. Yeah.
want to role play it out.
Okay.
Maybe a little treat.
Tetra?
Okay.
Actually, before we head to bed, I was wondering if I could have your assistance with something, seeing as how you're a bit of a plant expert.
Yeah, dude. What's up, man?
I am looking.
Oh.
Do you need some
brew-
pipe weed, dude? I can use some pipe weed right now. I just poof some in the corner. There you go.
Does pipeweed have any healing properties?
Oh yeah, dude. Have you ever tried it? I guard a little of my pipe. I'm like, here, man, try it out.
And okay, when you do give me this, roll it with advantage because it is actually a medicinal herb.
And it's getting you back down to
Okay.
earth, man.
Let's take a second to just look at this. You've given this man the ability to grow an unlimited supply of marijuana. And you're
Basically.
also going to say it has healing properties?
So,
Well, not major.
not necessarily, but
It could substitute for an ingredient in a
I
healing
actually was coming up with this earlier. Okay, we're gonna really get into this flower eventually.
potion. Okay.
It's not just he's a fucking stoner ass dude. This is going somewhere.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, stinky.
We're not gonna get into it right now.
Okay, so what are we doing with the healing potion?
But as the air horn indicates, that shit fire.
Ah! Hell yeah.
All right.
Roll that shit with advantage.
So
Tetra, I
yes,
am
roll it
looking
with
to
advantage. So he grows on command this herb.
What kind of does it matter? Like the ingredients that's going into it?
There are certain ingredients, but right now you're kind of in an experimental like phase.
Okay, so
And I
I'll just
wanted to
throw
make
some
it
shit
difficult, so the DC is high, but you're
Mhm.
getting advantage because Tetra offers you this herb.
all right.
Let me describe how it looks, by the way. So this herb, when it comes up, it's like purple. It's like a purplish green that like pops up out of the ground, right? But it like it almost looks like if you imagine a dragon's tail, but at the end of like the tail, it's a bloom, and it doesn't like pop out into a flower until it's plucked. And then once you pluck it and it pops out and it like opens up into a bloom, it has all these yellows and greens and purples. It's just like an array of like these dark, like elven
And
colors.
how does it smell?
It smells like lavender and like an open firewood.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Ooh, that sounds
Isn't that crazy?
beautiful.
And it's like such a unique smell, and that's why like when I was younger, I always like that was the first thing I noticed in the forest and everything, and that's just what I was like have always been so accustomed to. So I just throw it out of nowhere.
This isn't baseless. This is going somewhere tonight. It's so weird you guys are talking about this. It's going
All right.
somewhere.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll.
All right.
So you see me grab my wine skin. I take the pipe where you
Yeah,
give me,
and
I
I'm
throw in
like-
a
I'm
couple
like
more
over your
ingredients and
shoulder.
just start mixing.
Yeah, I'm like over your shoulder watching you. It's not a natural 20. Get the fuck out of
It's
here.
not a natural
Oh,
20,
I would have
but
lost
it is
my
an 18,
Hey!
and I get +5. That's
Hell
a
Plus
yeah.
23.
5? 23? I thought
That's
21
sick.
was
I'm
gonna
gonna
be
go ahead and
possible
roll
for
again.
you. I regret this because I set the DC at 21 because I thought that was like above
Ooh,
difficult.
that
for your
is
level.
a 4.
It's
that's a
fine.
9.
You got it. All right, so yeah, you make for the first time as you explore this route of apothecary, you make a lesser healing potion.
How do you feel like smoking the pipe and doing this for the first time? Like where? Like
Oh,
how
I'm
are
not
you
smoking
feeling?
that shit?
Oh, you didn't hit it?
No, he used it to make like a tincture.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, how do you feel still? How do you feel like making the potion and like being able
What?
to see?
I know for sure that it works.
And this gives 1d4 plus 1 as a lesser healing.
But yes, you do know it works.
Thanks for answering that, Mr. DM.
Well, I mean, if it he's telling you all this.
I
think
don't
that
know
means-
if there is an actual lesser healing potion.
1d4 plus 1.
Yep.
And so now I know the recipe,
Yeah.
so I can brew this on a nightly basis as long as I have.
Right now, unless you go out of your way to like basically use Chase as like a farm and just have him do this all the time.
And I would
and
absolutely be
put up
down to
the
do that for
gold
you.
to get more of like ale and shit
Mhm.
and other items. Yeah, 1 a day. But if
And we
you
can
went out of
sell
your
'em,
way
too.
to make them, I would say you can pump out 3 a day.
Okay.
You could sell them, dude, because it's like a unique healing potion that people wouldn't have.
You know what? I'm actually thinking about doing that.
That's
I'm gonna get
sick,
on my-
right?
I'm gonna get on my
If you
Rising of the
guys
Shield Hero type shit.
So yeah, you guys get to the inn as like pick up a drink,
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
and while you guys have this drink, you're like, "Hey, can I get some of that herb from you?" He's like, "Yeah, here." And then you pull out your little kit and you try to make a potion, and you successfully make your very first lesser healing potion.
What does it
Yeah.
look like?
It's just a small vial.
Oh, whoa,
of
whoa, whoa, whoa!
bright-
I brewed the fucking
Okay,
thing.
yeah, that's true.
It looks like this,
Okay.
Oh!
All right. Oh yeah. Okay.
except instead of pink, it's green.
That's what I
Oh
was
hell
gonna say.
yeah. Okay. Hell yeah.
You guys have made the first THC drink.
Yo, and it
Liquid
heals.
marijuana.
Yeah. Dude, we should call that like
Arytiss,
what?
do you want to give, like, Bahamut is a big part of your life.
Yeah.
You guys are about to turn into the night. Do you got?
Yeah,
do
I
you wanna
can
do anything before you go to bed?
I will sit next to my bed and pull out just a stick of incense and my prayer book, and I will light a stick of incense on the windowsill, crack the window open, and pray for a moment before leaving the incense to burn out.
If I smell the incense, I want to walk into his room, see it, and then I'd like to like silently, as quietly as I can, like bend down and start praying with him.
Well,
like I did it in the temple.
were helping.
Oh, okay. Is this while we're doing that?
Yeah,
Okay, it's
yeah,
fine.
yeah.
Okay,
So
yeah, it's
while
fine.
you got,
Okay. Gotcha,
so
gotcha.
Arytiss, you come into the inn, you see these guys pull up in a booth, start talking, having a conversation. Maybe Tetra, lights his pipe. Yonkers starts pulling out this kit, and you're like, you know what? You've had a long day. You're gonna turn in for them. You get to your room. You light this incense. Get down. I'd say like by now the moon's shining in, so real bright. Room's dark. Maybe got a candle lit. Small room. Got a small like full-size bed to your side, a writing desk on your other side, and you close your eyes and you begin to pray for him. And when you close your eyes, your mind drifts off, and you think about what Abram was telling you earlier. Your mother's a champion of Bahamut. Why did your dad never? Why did you never know this before? And as you kind of think about your mother a little more, the image of your amulet pops up in your mind. But this time it's almost like animate, like it's breathing. Takes a breath out. Smoke rolls out of the dragon's neck. Find me. You hear a voice echo in your head. Loud, dominant. Like it takes over every thought you're thinking of right. And be. And then like, almost like the amulet opens its mouth. Blue flame shoots out of it. And you kind of just, like, what the fuck was that? You open your eyes. What the hell? What is this? And this sense of like, again, this sense of power kind of swells up in your chest.
I wonder who that was. Fuck. It had to be Bahamut, right? Had to be Bahamut.
I mean, you have no clue what the hell just happened.
Yeah, some shit just came to me.
It blew smoke on you.
Well, I mean, that's how you.
But it makes
you know,
you remember last time.
Nothing like some good old divine intervention.
That vision you had of a dragon flying over a huge battlefield.
Yes.
And again, Torm had mentioned Avernus is the plane of hell, where the never-ending war always sieges. And again, you're starting to draw these dots too. Like you've seen this.
Did the dream look like Did the dream look like it could be in Vernus, or was it in like our plane? Like would I have?
I'm not sure
that?
how much information you would have. You might have to look up.
Yeah.
Like go to somewhere you would get information.
Okay.
Torm or
Abram
might even know.
Okay.
Is Torm fucking Abram? Is that what you're telling us right now? Is that his
I was
vessel?
just talking
Okay.
about Torm, and I had Torm on the mind.
Alrighty. Well, we turning in for the night.
Everybody
Level
turning
up.
in for the night? Not yet.
Okay, that's fair.
All right, so as everybody
But we're
turns in
not.
for the night, Tetra, you got a trance, so you don't really need to sleep as long.
No, 4 hours.
If anything, for you, the night is still pretty young.
Yeah, dude. Oh, fuck yeah, Cody, I love you, dude.
You could choose
Hell
to
yeah.
turn in now.
No, let me, I definitely want to wander, and, like, I have one more wild shape for the day, and I was saving it for, like, a big reason, so I'd actually like to save it now. And after I see, like, everyone tuck in, I'd like to go out back and take my pipe, and I want to wild shape into, like, a raven, or, like, some bird of the night, maybe even an owl, and just start like, fly above the forest and kind of just take in the scenery. And then I think while I'm doing that, I just think of back home, and I think of the forest back home, and it kind of makes me remember like what I'm doing this for, and to keep on going, and to know like every day I'm getting more answers, you know.
So after you helped Yonkers make this tincture,
Yeah.
You guys had a little conversation. You got to know each other a little more, and then he's like, hey, I'm going to bed, getting late.
Yeah.
But for you, this is early.
Yeah.
And now you're in your place right now. You're
Yeah.
alone.
I'm in my
flying
zone.
high in the sky. Just took a fresh hit off your pipe.
Is it a full moon?
No.
Okay. Well,
It's
whatever
a
bit of moonlight,
new
I
moon.
definitely.
Very
Ooh.
crescent moon.
Oh, that's crazy.
Almost one like from your home.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
in the
Okay.
sky all the time.
Hell yeah. Okay. Cool.
And you fly over, and then again, this crushing feeling of loneliness comes over you.
Yeah.
You think back. You watched your father turn to dust and blow away in the wind. You watch this energy consume your mother's body, and you just, even though you're in your zone right now, it's like crushing weight of loneliness comes over your chest. And you fly over the forest, and it's got this beautiful image of like the moon rising over the
Yo,
peaks
play
of these
some
mountains.
Sirenscape. I'm sorry not to interrupt you.
No,
I need like some some nighttime vibe right now. Like, you know what I mean? Like some wind.
Let's see what I get for night.
Chase did that. Chase hit you with that. Shut the fuck up for a second. Play that shit.
No, it's because he's about to go off on like a really good like story tangent, and we need the background music because it's gonna set the mood so much better. Like a starry night or some shit. Night birds, nighttime swamp bugs.
So you're flying high above this forest, and you have this beautiful image of like the moon rising above the peaks of these mountains, and you see the mountain line go across high above this peak. And even though you found like probably the first friends you've ever had, you remember your mother's face. Even though she was in pain and being consumed by this energy, she still put on a smile for you. And I'm pretty sure her last words was her saying, you know, I love you, be safe.
Yeah.
You're the one. And you probably go out here for about 3 hours. Just how long's your wild shape last?
Hold on. One hour. But yeah, 1 hour.
Alright, so you use your wild shape for the full extent of this hour. And you get back, and instead of going inside and sleeping in your bed, you go back to the rooftop where you last slept. And you close your eyes, and even though you've had this terrible loss, you found like this.
It's like a little bit of peace. Yeah.
This little bit of happiness.
Yeah.
Something to pull you out of what you've been in. And you cross your legs and you sit there and you start to trance. And as you trance, almost like just having a dream. Tetra? Are you
Hello?
listening to me?
Hello?
You look at your hands and you see like you're a small child again. You look to your left and you see your mother having a conversation with somebody else. I bet I could beat you to the top, Tetra. And you remember this face, a memory long and gone, of a small elven girl from your same circle of moon. Her name's Mara. I bet I could beat you to the top. Come on. And she starts climbing up the tree real fast.
I race her to the top.
As you guys race to the top, you forgot this for a long time, but now the memory is coming back to you. A little elven girl the same age, maybe a little older than you, starts climbing up the branches, and you get to the top. I told you I'd beat you. A friend from your childhood. For some reason you forgot all about. I think you're getting slower than you were last time.
Well, you're older and you're taller. You can always go faster than me.
Not by much, dummy. And she pulls out this flower. I got this for you. And it is the same flower that you've been growing this whole time.
No. The pipeweed?
Yeah. The bloom you were talking about?
Yeah.
This is that same flower. You're aware of like where you're at today in this time. But you're like reliving this dream. Memory. Yeah. She hands you the flower.
Where did you find this? What is this?
I was playing in the woods. I wanted to tell you something. My mom only brings me here every so often because she has to talk to your mom. But I think I love you. And she goes to hand you this flower.
I look down, but I take it from her.
As you take the flower from her, you lose your footing in the tree. And when you lose your footing, you actually slip out of the tree. Now you're falling all the way down the tree, and you hit like
limbs
branches,
and
like you fall and hit your chest, and it knocks the wind out of you. You fall again, you hit your head, and you start to fade from conscious. And as we swing to an outside view of you falling out of this tree, your mother turns around and screams, Tetra, no! And she goes over and like tries to catch you. And as you break the tree clearing, falling straight to the ground, your mother can't get there quite fast enough. And you're like headed straight down head first for the ground.
Yeah.
As you are about to hit the surface of this ground and you're like almost about to break your neck, and all of a sudden these marks on your body appear. They start glowing. And you, right as you're an inch from the ground, you stop. As your body gets these designs that glow, you slowly begin to rotate, unconscious at this point. You land on one knee to the ground with your head down, and this booming voice speaks to your mother. This is the only time I can intervene. And you fall down on your knee. This boy will be the one. Do not let him die again. Your world will be destroyed. Now you raise your hand, and now you're kind of like levitating and do these intricate hand signs. And a book appears. He could stop the end of times, or everything you know will perish. And then you fall like gently on the ground unconscious. And you snap awake.
Damn.
After trancing for 4 hours.
I'm still on top of the roof, right?
Yeah.
I'm probably breathing really hard because I just woke up from this intense dream. And I see the sunrise starting to peek over the forest. And I like slow my breath down. And then I conjure up some of that flower, that pipeweed, and I pack my pipe. And I just watch the sunrise as I calm myself. And think about what I just saw. In that book. And I think again about that book and realize I don't think I've ever seen it before.
Yeah, you have never seen that book before.
Mm-hmm. And there's no way to go and get it back now, so all I can do is just sit back and think on it.
So after a full rest, everybody's awake?
I'm going to jump down, and I'm going to start just conjuring up a bunch of the pipeweed around Yonkers so we can take it for the day.
Oh, yeah, I'll grab it and put it in a knapsack. And I'm going to start my day off right. I'll take a swig.
I'm just going to get up and do my normal.
What's that?
Just wake up and
beat it.
Fuck shit up.
Bag and
just wake up and Eldritch Blast.
Wake up, shoot an Eldritch Blast out the window.
That's this cup of coffee every morning.
So, Arytiss, you wake up and, man, you wake up feeling fucking good, confident, strong. And almost like you're a little conflicted. Like, why doesn't Yonkers, like, trust me to fight? Every time you guys have gotten in this thing, he always kind of stands in the front, protects you. You're fucking strong. You feel like a dragon right now. You feel like you would eat sulfur and shit fire.
Fucking just destroy a building right now, dude.
And you guys all convene in the bottom of the inn.
Beautiful, beautiful.
This is the same inn that has the rat problem, right?
No. The rat problem is in the tavern.
Oh, that's the tavern.
Bryn, yeah.
Okay. We have a table, right?
A what?
We have a table.
Yeah. There's a table.
Yeah, I'll call the barkeep over, the innkeeper or whatever.
Yeah. You see someone comes over and they're like, "Hi, what can I get for you?"
I'll give him a gold and ask for 3 breakfasts for us if they provide that.
Yeah, breakfast special. We could get that for you. He goes.
I'm gonna hand him my wineskin and ask him to fill it up and give him a gold.
Certainly, sir. Right away. He goes back, brings out pretty decent looking breakfast: eggs, sausage, whole deal, grits, cornbread for that farm boy.
Yeah.
Thank you for the breakfast, Ari. I must say, you do seem to be exuding some big dick energy this morning.
Yeah, in between mouthfuls, I'm just gonna be like, "Yeah, man, you're glowing, dude. What's up?"
Well, back home, you always gotta start your days off with a nice healthy breakfast, and if I can help y'all get to that, then maybe our adventures today will be in a better light.
I think after this we head to the tavern and help Bryn with his rat problem, yes?
Well, of course, we're going to take him down. But you better let me stand out this time.
What do you mean?
Well, I could have easily taken them rats down.
Airy, you shot the group of rats 4 times and it did nothing.
Oh, well, sure, but eventually it'll die.
Okay. I have a plan for those rats in case your Eldritch Blast does not work out.
Sure, we'll figure it all out.
Shall we put it up to a wager?
Well, yeah, sure. I always love a good bet.
I have 2 gold pieces that says I am the one to conquer this group of rats.
Well, I'll be 2 whole gold pieces.
Yeah, by the way, I'm looking at the inventory sheet. So I have 5 gold. Tetra has 55. And this fucking Arytiss guy, Arytiss has 120 gold after breakfast.
Oh yeah.
No, 115. I don't know if that's updating for you. I'm at 115.
Okay.
He did
I
come
was at
from
116.
a wealthier
And I did-
background.
Yeah, and I did like save money as I did like jobs in my town from like age 13 to 18 before I went on like my journey.
Okay.
So like I literally did nothing but live in town, make money, and read about magic and things.
So as you got, where do you guys want to go first?
Basically,
Straight back to Bryn?
Let's go to the tavern.
Yeah, we gotta go. Yeah, after we get our breakfast in, and we're all fueled up for the day.
Yeah, so you guys travel back through, go back down to the entertainment district part of the city, and you come up to the tavern. You walk in, and for being this early in the morning, it's pretty busy already. Bryn doesn't just deal in drinks. There's food coming through here, too. And he's said to have one of the best cooks in town. And Bryn, again, polishing a cup, making drinks, sees you 3 enter the door. He's like, "Hi, lads. Welcome back. How goes it this morning?"
Hello, Bryn. We are here to take care of that problem we discussed yesterday.
Aye, please, get down there. The box I put, we moved over in the way. They already chewed through it and got into the grains. Go ahead. Get in there. And he points right through the kitchen, down the stairs.
Hey, let's go.
We all saw Cody smile like that, right?
Like what?
Like something's up.
What do you mean?
You're still doing it. All right, something's up. That's cool.
I'm smoking
All
my
right, I've
pipe.
just been
I'm following
drinking.
behind you guys. I'm
He's
smoking
just
my
been-
pipe, following behind you guys, and I'm like, all right, guys, look, we got Arytiss is on one. He's Mr. Fantastic right now. All right, we're gonna kill this. It's just a bunch of rats. All right, we got this, guys.
So you guys go back downstairs, and at least 2 people, 2 of you, which 2 want to move this crate out of the way?
I'll help move it.
I'll move it.
Both of you give me strength checks.
The big boys.
16 plus 1, 17.
17? That'll be good.
21.
Alright, so
Uh-oh.
kind of with ease, you guys slide it out of the way. But you notice, because Bryn was helping you before, this felt like compared to, when you were doing it now. I don't remember
thought
which one
they-
you helped him before.
Wait, so does that mean he lied about the rats getting in and it being empty?
No, you get the,
Bryn's just strong as fuck.
Yeah, he's, really strong.
He's just lazy.
Yeah, for someone being
As strong
guy
as
who
he
says
is.
he retired, this was an awfully heavy ass box. And you guys see before you, again, the open tunnel.
I want to start to head down the left side.
Yeah, I'll follow.
So
I'll follow.
Or once we get to the fork, we'll go left.
yeah, as you get back to the fork, you go to the left. But this time you don't hear the same wave of rushing rats that you did. Now it's just quiet. Real quiet.
Too quiet.
Did we go the whole way down?
At your current point in time, you went back to where you were last night.
Okay, so can neither one of you produce a light so we can see where we are going?
Oh man, I don't
I
need a
never
light. I
thought
can
about
see.
that.
I can see where you guys need to go.
Do you want to scout ahead, Tetra? And see if you can find this swarm of rats?
Yeah, dude. I can Misty Step if things get a little crazy, so that's no problem.
Be very careful.
All right, I'm gonna scout out a little bit ahead. I'm gonna put my hood up and like stick to the shadows.
Are you going to do Misty Steps, or are you just walking?
I'm just walking right now. I'm gonna Misty Step if I get like caught or anything.
Okay, so you go up pretty
But
far.
I want to sneak. I want to sneak though, if I
Yeah.
can.
You go up pretty far, and nothing. You don't hear the rats, but you do notice the ground beneath your feet, as your weight presses on it, gets a little softer.
Okay. Could I, just as like a test, I have a cantrip frostbite. Could I use that on the ground to see if it like does anything? Or it could like break away and maybe make for like a path or something?
So what's this spell do?
So it says you can cause numbing frost to form on one creature that you can see within range. So granted, it's not a creature, but I'm just wondering if I could use it on the part of the earth that I know is soft.
Yeah.
Okay. And then it says the target must make a Constitution saving throw on a failed
it's
save.
fine. You're just casting it on the ground.
Okay.
So as you cast this spell on the ground, you notice it pushes like under the weight of the ice that's forming.
Yeah.
It kind of starts moving down a little bit.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go back to the group and tell them before I do anything else.
So you get back and he reports.
Yeah, I'll tell them I put like
the ground feels real soft.
I froze it, and then it seemed to fall a little bit more.
Did you see the end of the cavern?
No, it kept going, and I didn't see or hear any rats either.
What do you think, Gary?
I mean, we also have the whole right path that we could look at too.
Well, if the floor is being a little weird over there,
It's being a little weird.
I don't want to risk us getting caved in somewhere.
Right.
So we should probably check the other side out before we go any further on this side.
I think that's a smart move.
I'm in a difficult spot because I've figured out what happened.
Well, then tell us.
But Yonkers' intelligence is a 10.
Yeah, that's fine.
You can tell us the best way. You can tell us like the best way that it makes sense to you. And
If
we
it
can
makes-
figure it
yeah.
out.
I would say if you figured it out, Yonkers is figuring it out.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
Not saying you're like dumb, but you're not that bright.
What?
We need to head back up to the tavern now, immediately.
What? Why?
Tetra, use that fast foot thing again. Go up and tell them not to serve any grain.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Go.
Right? Look, so
I just start sprinting.
when I wake up, I'm running with you too, but I'm like, when I wake up in the morning, I only can pick up like so many of these spells, right? And I chose a lot to deal with like swarms of rats because that's what I thought we were dealing with. So I was like, Long Strider, not gonna cut it today. So we just
What's
got
your movement?
30.
Hurry.
Yeah, we're all
Okay.
I'm taking off.
I was like, I can transform into like a deer.
How fast can I sprint up to the tavern?
If you guys run
You
back, you
double
can be
move.
back in like 20, 30 minutes.
20, 30 minutes.
15, 20 minutes.
If we double move.
All right. So I want to sprint back up to the tavern.
Yeah, you go back.
I want to come through the hole in the wall, I guess.
Well, yeah,
Hold on
we'll
a
say
second.
you come
That's the
back
other
through
way.
the hole in the wall and you're back in the storeroom.
Bryn, have you served any of this grain today?
We're grinding some up currently. Get the fresh.
Bring
mix
it over
going.
here. Bring it over here now.
He brings it over.
Please do not ask me questions. I would like to investigate this barrel of grain.
All right, give me an investigation check.
Actually, to do this, do I have to open it?
Well, he would have went back and got you some grain that they were currently grinding up to make some bread.
Okay, I'll investigate that.
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
Uh-oh.
That is a 17 plus
Ooh.
investigation.
Yeah.
Just a 17. Dude, I'm rolling on
All right,
fire. dude.
Yeah, you're hot rolling rocks.
Before I get into this, why are you looking at this grain?
Because the barrel was strangely heavier, and the rats were missing.
So you think the rats are in the barrel?
I do.
So besides from like dirty farm grain, like
All of those rats?
he's using the same grain from the box. Like he doesn't like to buy shit. He uses the same grain for the box, and as you investigate it,
Is this a box or a barrel?
it was a crate of grain.
Okay.
So as you investigate this grain, because you've recently been getting into like apothecary stuff, you would recognize like material components that go into like poisons, potion.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
This grain is actually poisoned.
How did he know?
How much does this crate of grain cost you?
That size, about 50 gold.
Is there any way you could sacrifice it as it is compromised?
Uma wouldn't like that if I just threw some grain to waste. You know, she's one of them earth people out there in the crops.
Would you prefer to sell poisoned grain to your customers?
Poison?
Hey,
What?
keep your voice
Poison?
down. Don't be talking about poisons in my establishment. And he kind of getting a little cross with you. What are you talking about?
Come here, Bryn. Let me show you. I just want to show him the stuff I investigated and show him how I know it's poisoned. I need to take this crate outside and burn it immediately.
Who did you get it from, Bryn?
Uma, from the crops. How did you know this grain was poisoned? What basis do you lie this upon?
When I came into your tunnels yesterday, we took care of some rats. These rats had markings on their bodies that led me to believe that it was the working of the Black Hand. With my past dealings of the Black Hand, I had known that they can be quite clever in their treachery. And as we made our way further into the tunnels, we were attacked by a swarm of rats, the likes of which I have never seen. It almost seemed as if they all had one mind, moving in waves.
Alright, well, did you shut my rat problem down?
If you allow me to burn this crate, I think we will have taken care of at least half of them.
I'm gonna get rid of this grain. Don't worry about that. But I'm gonna send word back to Uma right away. Did you solve the problem? The rats.
We still have another bit of the tunnels to check.
Well,
but
I'll
it is
tell you what.
important that this doesn't get sold.
Oh, I'm shutting down the kitchen immediately. And I'm gonna send word to Uma about the crops. Please, take care of these rats. I'll take care of this. And he, yells back upstairs shut the kitchen down! But still serve the drinks. I'm gonna lose a ton of gold on this. My food's the best in town. Oh, damn it.
I think we need to go back into the tunnels and finish the left path. Once we have found the end of it, we should check the right and make sure there are no rats left.
Well, I think we're going.
Detective Yonkers is
I
on the case.
Wait. No, I'll tell you what. Give yourself a point of inspiration.
Wow. You know what?
You have advantage on the next roll that you choose of. All right, so you guys want to head back into the tunnels?
Yeah, I think we go right and then we clear the right side and then we go back left because the left was a little dangerous.
And I just didn't see an end. I didn't see an end to it either. So
you go back into the tunnels. You go to the right side. The right side goes up, branches off into a couple different directions, into separate tunnels, but all of them lead to dead end.
Okay, and there was nothing back there.
No.
Okay.
I mean, there was evidence that rats had been traveling through there.
Yeah.
But it looks like from some point during the night, they stopped.
Okay.
Okay, let's go back
Go back
the
to
other
the
way.
left side. Yep.
Back to the left it is.
And which way are you guys? How far are you guys gonna go?
At least to the
we-
moldy earth, to the earth that was soft.
Do you guys have any rope on you? Hey, fellas, you guys got any rope?
Oh, let me check real quick, buddy.
As
I do not.
you guys go back to where you, the soft.
I could have brought
area.
Thorn Whip. I didn't bring Thorn Whip.
Tetra, do you take them back to where you seen them?
Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take him back.
So
Do you have
as
any
you
rope?
all three get up there, Arytiss turns back. Hey, anybody got any rope? And as he finishes his sentence, you guys get to where Tetra was talking about the soft earth. And under the weight of all three of you, the ground beneath your feet collapses.
Can I cast Entangle?
Ooh.
Give me the language of that?
Yeah. Grasping weeds and vines sprout from the ground in a 20-foot square starting from a point within range. For the duration, these plants turn the ground into the area into difficult terrain. A creature in the area, when you cast the spell, must succeed on a straight saving throw or be restrained by the entangling plants until the spell ends. A creature restrained by the plants can use this action to make a strength check against your spell save DC on success it frees itself. When the spell ends, the conjured plants will away.
All right, so yeah, you can use it. and this is what I'm going to do. So the ground beneath your feet collapses, and you guys begin to fall. Right at that split second, Tetra brushes his hand against the wall. And the two of you, Arytiss and Yonkers, are like, really? Pipeweed now? For a second. He cast Entangle. Vines and plants and roots begin to shoot from the earth, tangling all three of you up.
Can I flavor this real quick?
Yeah.
So when I brush my hand against the wall, because I feel like I do this without thinking. Like the minute the ground gives away, I just instantly react. I touch the wall, and the same glow that went on my bodies when the markings came for the first time when I almost died. That's what like floods the tavern as I touch the wall, and then the floor changes into the vines and it's all plants of like my home. It's like not plants of like this world.
As you begin to fall, all these plants and roots and vines shoot out and grab all three of you. You're still going down.
Yeah.
But what this is going to do is you are about to take 20 feet of fall damage, which is 2d6. You'll take no fall damage.
Fuck yeah. Dude, being a druid is fun, dude. This shit's fun.
Quick thinking, Tetra.
Fall through the floor. Fall down 20 feet onto this hard cobblestone floor. Due to Tetra's quick thinking, what would have normally hurt pretty bad, you take no fall damage. Instead of falling 20 feet, you fall like these vines kind of like soften the blow, and about 5 feet above the ground, you fall, taking no.
Hell yeah.
That was pretty dope.
Fuck yeah, dude. Thank you.
And now let's take it to the map.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, shit. I was wondering. Ooh. Hey, guys. Look, you can see me on roll 20.
Actually, who has dark vision?
I do, for 60 feet.
Tetra, you can see this whole room.
Yeah.
But you fall down into this, like, weird, like, cobblestoned room. And you think about it and you're like, if the rats were looking for something, why didn't they find this? You don't see any rats.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Turns out they weren't heavy enough. They weren't deep enough.
Mm.
But the weight of all three of you collapsed the floor. And you fall into this, like I said, two of you can't really see it, but Tetra, you see this room. You see these depictions on the walls. This dark, almost looks abandoned, like mine.
Do I get like a bad feeling from this place, like an evil feeling?
No, not really.
No? Okay. I want to just say to everyone, be like, be on guard. This place is really wide. It's wide open.
Yonkers and Arytiss, you guys don't have dark vision, right?
Nope.
I would like to cast Sacred Flame out in front of me.
Yeah, just like on the floor.
Just like out toward where a wall would be.
Yeah, so how far's the range on that?
60 feet.
Yeah, so you cast it 60 feet. You see your Sacred Flame burst. A bright light shows around this whole room. And you see on the walls, there's like one hero kind of pictured in all of them. But they're like scenes of battle carved into the stone.
Is this just one room?
Yeah. And you do see a door in the north, like in the upper left corner, you see a door. And then over in the bottom right, you see a door.
Okay.
And the flame shortly extinguishes, and Tetra's the only one that can see again.
Did we see any like sconces or anything on the walls?
Yeah, there's sconces.
There'd
be like standing torches as well.
Yeah,
And the sconces look like the removable pieces, like torches. Also, I'm pretty sure you guys have torches in your adventurers pack.
Well, then I'll light out a torch.
So the torches that are like on the wall and everything, they're not lit.
No,
but they're there.
Yeah, they're there.
Okay, so when he lights the torch, I'll light all the ones in the room.
Okay.
Just light them all, and then we'll go from there.
So whenever he gets back, we'll say this is fully illuminated room.
Are we still gonna circle back to about me and potions, or was that what we did with the childhood friend?
Wait, what?
Are we gonna circle back to about me and potions, like in herbology and shit, or was that what the thing with the girl was in the trance?
So, when you were trancing, you had a memory from your childhood.
Yeah.
And what that was is a little girl that you had forgotten But what had happened is that memory had been erased from your mind because of that time. But now you remember, like,
Oh.
when you were a kid, it wasn't always like this. And you remember having your mother having a conversation with
and then that shit happened.
And what I wanted to do was to split that dream up into several dream sequences, but I forgot, and I just gave it all at once.
Okay, that's fine.
But I'm going to build off what happened.
Okay.
All right, so you guys land in this cold, dark room. Almost looks like your first dungeon crawl.
Ooh.
And dungeon
Damn.
crawl. And that's where we're going to end it for the night. Thank you, everybody, for listening, watching, whatever we end up doing with this. I have been your game master for the evening. This has been Total Podcast Kill.
Kill, 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 kill.
We should have never fucked with
I know.
And that's a wrap.
And that's a wrap, dude. Hell